Hello loves, welcome in and welcome back to my channel. This is Catch Up with P. Hi Anton, you subscribers. Hi loves. Hi. I love you so much. So I call subscribers to my channel loves because I first launched this channel on February 14th, yes, on Valentine's Day. So everyone is a love because I love you guys so much. So in today's video, to keep things short, to keep things brief, and to keep things moving, you catch me, it's going to be a video about how I got my car in South Korea. Someone had commented below that I do a video like that, and I remember I had responded and said I will try to make an active video, like showing step by step, like going through the entire process again and trying to show step by step with visual representation how I got my car. But that did end up taking longer than I had anticipated, and well, we got videos to upload. So without further ado, this is how I got my car in South Korea. Let's go. Yes, so I recently bought my car in South Korea, and Saturday was actually her 1 month her 1 month birthday. So my car turned 1 month old yesterday. I named my car one Kosi. She's so cute. She's taking care of me very well. So Saturday is actually her 1 month birthday. I love her so much, so happy birthday to her. Anyway, so this is how I got my car. Obviously, in order to get a car, you need to have a license. So I'll start there with the process of how I got my Korean license, essentially, in South Korea. There are two ways in which you can get a license in South Korea. Step one, or option one, would be starting from the beginning, which would be writing your quote-unquote learner's test. If you're South African, you'd know what a learner's license is. I'm not too sure what the equivalent for that in America would be, where you can't drive without someone who has a legal license in the car with you. So I'm not too sure what you call that license in other countries, but in South Africa it's called a learner's license. So you start with step one, get a learner's license, have your written down test, get that license if you pass, and then step two following that is doing your driver's test license. Pass that and then you get a license. Boom, bam. And it's quite easy. So in every city, every town in South Korea, there will be a Department of Transport, essentially. You'd go there, and so South Korea is very sufficient and very quick. You will walk in same day and book for a test, which literally could be in the next 10 minutes or 30 minutes. You go in, you write your learner's test, and you're done. Same as for the drivers. However, this is how I got mine. Submitted in my driver's license and got it exchanged for a Korean license. It sounds weird, but it's technically, that's the terminology for it, but it's technically not exactly what I did. I didn't even exchange it in. I just had to send in a copy of my driver's license to my country's embassy, so South African embassy, get it certified, so they certified that it's an actual license. Okay, so how that process works: you email the South African embassy or you call them according to your proficiency in Korean or whatever, but usually, because it is a South African embassy, there will be a South African in the offices, and if you can't speak fluent Korean or can't articulate yourself well enough to explain what you need the embassy to do for you, they will transfer you over to the South African, and you will be assisted with via the South African, and they will tell you step by step what it is that you need to do. You need to send them a physical copy of your license, a copy of your license and your passport, and a copy of your ARC. So your copy of your driver's license will get certified or notified that it is legit and it's real, and they will post it back to you. So you post it to the embassy, and the embassy posts it back to you with all of that. Then you take those documents, your ARC and your certified copy of your South African license, to the Department of Transport in your city or town. and you submit it in. So with South Africans, because we drive on the left lane but on the right hand, so in the car you sit on the right side but we drive on the left lane, we need to show proficiency that we understand the right lane, left drive, road rules. So we need to take a learner's test. So we need to study for the learner's license test, and once you pass that, then they will give you a Korean license. It's also up to you. It's not mandatory, but it's also up to you if you want to get tested with driving on the road. So you'll get a free driving test as well, optional but not necessarily mandatory. And that's how I got my license. Just sent it to the embassy, was mailed back to me, went to the Department of Transport in my previous town, which was Gwangyang. I lived in Gwangyang before. Got it done literally the same day, everything checked out, all was well, good and done. So the next step was to then prove I'm competent, which is getting car insurance. But I can't get car insurance without proving that I live in South Korea, which the only way I can prove with that is my ARC, my alien registration card, as well as excuse me, my ARC, as well as getting proof of residency. So anything that would prove that I am a resident here or live at that supposed address is what I will give as proof of residency to get car insurance. So you need to go to your town's community center. You go to your town's community center, you tell them that you need to get car insurance because you're looking to get a car, and they will provide you with proof of residency and registration that you live in this city. Once you get that, so now you have your Korean license, your proof of residency and your ARC with you. You then go to a dealer. Now a car insurance won't give you insurance if you don't have a number plate. So getting insurance and a car happens simultaneously. You find a dealer. I was so fortunate enough that the church that I go to, the pastor found the dealership for me, as well as my friend Deborah and her husband. They were very helpful. They were very hands-on. So I did little to no research essentially in terms of cars and all of that. I just voiced that out that, I would like to get a car. Because I'm tired of being a burden to people. I just want to be independent, and I also voiced my other reasons. And they're like, oh no, don't worry about it. They asked me what deadline I have. I said, I'd like it before the end of October. And they were like, don't worry about it, girl, we got you. And literally one day they picked me up after work and said, let's go to this dealership. We went to the dealership, saw the car, loved it. But we went to a few dealerships in between, which, yeah. Got to the final dealership, saw the car, loved it, checked out, the mileage wasn't high, the insurance that I needed to pay wasn't also going to be high, like everything was just perfect. Got my number plate, sent it to a couple of insurances, and a lot of them were just way out of budget for me. So that did not happen. That did not work out well for me. And eventually I got my insurance the next day, the one that I could afford and one that worked well with my salary. Once I got my insurance, I got my car, paid for my car, and it was literally delivered for me at my place the morning of the next day. So that is literally how I got my car. But there are other ways in which you can do it yourself. So there are platforms on Facebook Market. There are a couple of people, trustworthy people, that do sell secondhand cars on Facebook, specifically tailor-made to sell to foreigners in South Korea. And they are verified people and they're not scammers. So on Facebook, there are a couple of people that I will try to add their tags here. Yeah, so these are the only 3 people that I personally trust. Those are the people that you can reach out to get help in terms of if you're completely on your own and you don't have necessarily someone who will help you and know how Korea works in essence, whether it's a Korean person or a foreigner. These are the people that you can contact, and they are quick to respond as well. Yes, so getting a car in Korea it's not difficult at all. The most difficult part would definitely, if I have to say a difficult part, would definitely be getting the license, because some departments of transport don't give you the test in English. It is in Korean. So that was my way of getting a car in Korea. It's not difficult at all. It's quite easy, it's quite quick. But I will say, if you want a good quality car, you will need to have a minimum budget of at least 5 million Korean won, which is equivalent to this amount. So yeah, in rands, that's equivalent to that amount in rands and dollars. So if you want a good quality second-hand car, you need to have at least 5 million. I was just fortunate enough because, again, my pastor, who knew the car dealer, he gave it to me at a discount as well, because, you know, helping a man of God. Yes, so, and also I think brownie points for having his first Wayguk or foreigner client. So there's a lot of benefits. There are a lot of benefits. It's not difficult at all. It's absolutely not difficult at all. As for my experience driving in Korea, I wasn't necessarily driving a lot when I was in South Africa. Like, I only had a few spots to go to, so I didn't really experience driving on the highway or all of that. The only difference is, when I was in South Africa, I was driving a manual car, whereas here in Korea I'm driving an automatic. So it's way easier, because I don't need to be balancing, changing the gear, clutch, control, all of those things, etc, etc, etc. It's just put it in gear and go. It changes the gear itself. So yes, that is one of the pros of driving in Korea. It's really the saying that goes, learning how to drive is like learning how to ride a bicycle. Once you know, you'll never forget, which is absolutely true. Even if you're driving on the left side of the road or the right side of the road, it's literally the same. Follow the road rules, follow the stoplights. It is quite easy. Also, in South Korea, the cars are almost all of them are almost smart cars. So they have like sensors, they have backup cameras, they have installed GPS, like all of them. So it's very easy and convenient. It's comfortable driving in South Korea. And in terms of gas prices, very inexpensive. I filled up my tank, or got a full tank, for an equivalent of 300 rands plus minus in South African currency. So it's quite cheap, and that lasts a really long time, like 2-3 weeks at full tank. Sorry, because I still, even here in Korea, I don't drive to various bases a lot. I just want point A to point B, and it made my life a whole lot easier. That is how to get a car in South Korea. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you haven't subscribed yet, what are you waiting for? Please do like, comment, and subscribe. I will see you in the next one. Bye bye. I love you.